Ciao beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to share with you all the story of how I became a flight attendant. I remember at the age of 20 I was traveling throughout Europe and I was visiting cities and I was visiting new places, and I started thinking of a way of travel the world while working. And I remember this time in particular, I was on a flight to Barcelona, and it was like the first time that I saw with open eyes the cabin crew on my flight. And I was watching them, and I was watching how they performed the safety demonstration, and I was just seeing them for the first time, I will say. And it was like my mind had an enlightenment, and I said, okay, that could be an option. They travel, they get to be paid for that, and that could be an option. So I remember that I started to search on the internet to gain more information of the requirements to become a flight attendant. But for some reason, I never applied back then. Moving on throughout the years, I started working abroad for Disney, and then after that contract, I moved to London. But slowly, I started realizing that the bug of traveling the world never left my mind. So in 2017, a bunch of my friends decided to pursue their dreams, to change their careers, to change cities, to move abroad, and simply pursue their dream. So that was motivational for me to actually apply once and for all for an airline job. So I do remember that it was probably late summer 2017, and I was searching online all the airlines that were recruiting, and I found few options, and I sent finally my applications online. I got invited for 2 assessment days. One was with EasyJet and one was for the airline that I actually ended up working at. So the reason why I didn't go further with the EasyJet process, it was just because that I wanted to work on a long-haul operation airline where I would have time to explore the cities and I would have layovers in the destinations where we would fly to. So from summer 2017, I only had a slot available for my interview in October 2017. So in those months, I had the opportunity to get a lot of information, and I am very thankful to this date to all of the YouTubers that share their experiences of their process on how to become a flight attendant, what to expect from assessment days. And even though every assessment day is different, I am aware that they were very helpful to me to gain a general idea of what to expect. So October 2017 comes up, and I headed to the airport of Gatwick where the interview was being led that day, and I remember meeting so many people on that day. My first reaction back then was, of course, running away. I just felt like I couldn't do it, and that's usual of me, but it is just me. So I decided to actually stay in that room, and I am so thankful that I did not walk away that day because I actually passed all the steps of the day. So that was October 24th, I think, the day of my interview. And 1 week later, on October 31st, I received an email stating that I successfully passed the interview and the company will be in touch with me to offer me a slot available for the training date. I was very excited. I could not believe it at all. My mind was blown away because, as usual, my first reaction, my first thought is always to leave, to get up and leave. And on that day, I was so thankful that I didn't leave. So I kept scrolling through the information they sent me, and back then I had tons of documents that I had to prepare and to send them in order to start my file and to continue my application. By mid-December, once I passed the medical test, the drug and alcohol test, and the background check, I received another email stating there was a training date available for January 3rd, 2018. And all I had to do was just to confirm if I was available on that day, and I was. So the timing were perfect. I could resign on time for my job that I was doing, and I was just so ready to start the training on January 3rd. January 3rd comes, and that was one of the very happiest days somehow, because it was the beginning of something new. And no matter how many videos you end up watching on YouTube, each experience is different. No matter what you train your mind to expect, the feelings you're gonna experience and feel throughout your day is just something unique. So the training will take 4 full weeks, and by the end of January 2018, I graduated with my incredible companions of class, and we got our wings. So January 2018 was definitely such an incredible ride for me, and I was able to sign finally the contract with the airline. And for us, we signed a contract on the very last day, on graduation day. I remember we received our first roster, and we referred to roster as our schedule. So I opened the app, and I was very excited to wait for February 4th. That was the date of my first working trip as a certified cabin crew member. And my dream that day became actually true. So that's how I became a flight attendant, and I am very grateful for these 3 years that I had with the company flying. If you do have any questions, or if you want to share your story on how you became a flight attendant, or how you are considering of becoming a flight attendant, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to reply to your comments. So this is it for today's videos, everyone. I would like to say once again thank you for sticking with me on this Storytime video, and I cannot wait to meet you in one of my next videos. Ciao!